All the characters that we have, of course, with the release of Cheyenne, that kind of changed the scale of the game and kind of making her pretty much the unit, the chase character. But with how things are, especially with how the latest character is, and curious on what the future characters are going to be like, since we know we've got some powerful characters that are going to be releasing. I think for right now, I'm going to say that when it comes to the best unit in the game, who would I personally pick? Like, if I need a character that can handle business, provide protectiveness, do a little bit of debuffing removal, as well as drop non-stop massive behemoth of damage, I'm gonna just say it. I think Alicia right now is like the best unit in the game, straight up. With how I've been using her with whatever game mode when it comes to me farming gems. Like, to be honest, I've been able to complete some of the tier 10s, and I'm gonna say this right now, it is because of the water team. I feel like right now the water element, I'm gonna say right now, Alicia best unit in terms of all that she provides, and water typing is the best attribute. Like that's how I'm kind of looking at things. Now again, it'll be interesting to see on what the next two characters will produce, because again, Amami is going to be more on the DPS side of things, so she might, you know, take the cake. And then we don't know what Go's going to be doing, but a rival festival, he's going to be broken. We just know that. Hey, the water attribute is the best attribute, and so right now this is kind of like the attribute a lot of us should be catering to, especially with, again, the ongoing content and the newer content that's going to be releasing. I think water attribute, as long as the enemy doesn't make it so that they're as long as they don't make it so that water doesn't do as much damage, then we'll be fine. You know, even if it's like a neutral fight, water attribute I will always cater to, and I have been doing, and I've been lucky enough to say that for the most part with more difficult content I have been powering through, of course, because of the girls. Alright, so we're going to brute force it. If I'm going to class Alicia as the top dog in my eyes, we're going to have to put her to the test. So I'm going to use Min, and I'm going to use Mei Lin, as per usual, being the two best supports in the goddamn game. And effectively, we're going to be pushing everything towards Alicia. Obviously, we have no breakage power, so realistically, there we go. So yeah, we are just relying on, oh my god, we're relying on Alicia's pure damage here. And yeah, you guys can see very nicely right now that without breakage, we are not doing too much of a damage. But we should be able to do it, fingers crossed. I will say I did do a test run, and yeah, I could have beaten him, but then I paused it because I wanted to do it on video. So let's see if I can replicate this once again. But yeah, Alicia right now, she is, I mean, again, with the way they've kind of built her in terms of with the ultimate, and then that basically transforming the core attack into something big, it kind of gives me you know, the idea of a stronger unit coming in that can possibly do something along the line of not only just kind of buffing their core attack, because realistically, as of right now, we've got a character that when using the ultimate leads into their basic attack doing a crazy amount of damage, and now we've got two characters, or I guess the most recent meta, that is now effectively making so that once you activate the ultimate, it then affects their core attack getting buffed up, of course. So seeing that, it kind of leads me to believe that, hey, maybe, for example, I don't know, with Go, because I truly do believe with where things are heading that we're on the road of potentially getting a DPS character with more consistency and high amount of damage, especially with more harder content to get. I don't know if it's still true to say that Baron content is going to be like over 1 million power level or whatever, whatnot, because that's what was found last time. I've spoken about it beforehand, but the power level is going to be increasing to like above 1 million, of course. So that's kind of another big reason why, obviously, with Amamiya being the DPS assassin, she could be coming in and bringing some sort of consistency in, and in terms of the high amount of damage, she might be, well, depending on what the buff that she's getting in terms of her transformation, it could set her apart to be the #1 character in terms of DPS and damage, of course. And that's one of the big reasons why I mentioned about how basics and core attack could get buffed, because if Amami is a transformation character and she's got a ton of buffs coming in, that and her set stays the same in terms of her skills, attack and basic attack, of course, maybe with the amount of buff that she gets, she could be on the level of like Alicia and Suyun, of course, and Lin himself, because of course he does get his basic attack buffed up through the ultimate, of course. So right now, this is kind of like the meta. Don't get me wrong, Cheyenne, she's still good. I mean, they had to give her a buff, rightfully so. But I think for right now, when it comes to clearing a ton of enemy all at once and doing ridiculous amount of damage one after another with such little breaks in between, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, you just have to give it to her. You have to give it to her. I think it's insult to injury to make it so that she can also freeze the enemy and then get that plus 30% if the enemy's frozen. That right there is just a game changer in terms of ridiculous amount of damage output. Okay, so right now we're doing absolutely fine. So yeah, I mean, oh my god, right now we're literally just switching in and out. It's just constant switches. That's it. That's all it is. And then Alicia comes in and just ridiculous. No ultimate charge up needed. Just literally use one basic skill, core attack, basic skill, core attack, QTE, core attack, and then it's like 500k damage to 1,000,000 whilst that break bar is available. Go. I'm trying to save the ultimate here. Yeah, oh damn it. Okay, I need him to start the next phase. Okay, wait, this might be in my favor actually. Again, given that frozen, once he's frozen, just pile up on the damage. I know some people might be mentioning Suyun, of course, because again, she's kind of replicated to what Alicia is doing, but with all the additional buffs and the passive buffs that Alicia has, it's just more damage. I get it. I've been on the game for an hour. Leave me alone. Jesus Christ. Okay, ultimate's coming in, and then we have to go literally straight into Alicia, and then hope for the freeze. All right. I'm at damage. Wait, I think the barrier, because the barrier doesn't stay on. Yeah, okay, so the barrier, as you guys can see, is off. Oh, it's game over. We've got double support and your barrier's gone. Oh, you already know you were going to catch all these hands. It's not going to be good for you. Right, let's get another one of this. Damn it. Okay, just trying to get some cheeky little extra damage off. Okay, but I mean, it's working. Now, this is also another thing which I would love, and this is why I'm kind of begging for a support character to provide MP. For characters like Alicia, Suyun, of course, and future characters that have consistency in skills, of course. If we can get a future character that can support us furthermore in regenerating our MP at a high consistent rate, it's like, yeah, the results is going to be ridiculous. I mean, then again, we kind of need that. If anything, if things are going to get difficult and we need that high amount of damage being consistent, yeah, I think we kind of need that. So. Go, yeah, Meilin, shield breakage, see you later, and then at this point it is GG. What's the timer? 15 seconds, okay, we got more than enough time. Alicia can drop big nukes here. Literally, she's gonna remove, how many bars has he got? 18 bars? See you later. It's gone. Literally in an instant, it is all gone. 18 bars like nothing. Whew, and that is why I love Alicia. To be fair, I'll have to give it to the developers because, of course, they did try and, in a way, replicate something with Suyun, of course, in terms of, you know, the skills working with the core, etc. Of course, they have tried to kind of mimic it, and you can kind of tell that. I don't know. This is kind of like the new power wave. I will say that, obviously, I mean, to be fair, if they ever decided to give Alicia this type of buff on her core attack, my God, it would be pure chaos towards the enemy. Of course, for us it will be glorious, but yeah, I'm eager to see, because I mean, again, Alicia hands down is just ridiculous with the way they've kind of decided to go about building her, with how kind of things correlate into that core attack, of course, just coming in, and I mean, well, we just saw it, you know, with the consistent bombardment of non-stop high amount, ridiculous amount of damage, even with break shield is still up for the enemy, of course, as long as we can cater to the support play for her. I mean, she could just bypass, literally pure damage. Now, I feel like Suyun can also potentially do all of that. That's why I'm eager to see on what furthermore content we'll have, because in a way you can also kind of replicate that. But with the Frost play and whatnot, especially with all the support, that's why one of the big reasons why I'm also requesting fire support, because we could really see Suyun potentially on that level. But I'm going to have to say that Alicia right now is kind of like the top dog, like number one.